Hey guys, Joe here. So over the last few days, I've had more and more people ask about the 7-figure fast track system, right? And so people are asking like, what's involved? What am I doing? All that kind of stuff. What happens if I help too many people? So number one, this is for people that install fence, right? So if you're in a South Jersey, Central Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware area, basically if you're within like an hour or so radius of like, we're right over the bridge in Woodbury in New Jersey. If that's you, then we're in your service area, right? So you can be a part of this program. How many people can join? The goal is I want to start one a week, but honestly, it's going to probably be like one every other week for the next probably like 2 months or so, just because I want to make sure everything is really dialed in and, up and running. So there's that. What does it cost? Zero. The only cost is really that if you sell a fence job that is something that we sell, we expect you to buy it from us. I will have you sign a contract. If I find out that you're buying materials from someone else that we actually sell, then you're going to be hit with the fees from that. The way it works is I'll put you on a year contract. So I work with you for a year and then you agree to buy from us for that year and then an additional 6 months after that. Again, there's no cost. Typically price-wise, we're going to be similar, if not better than what you're currently paying for your fence. And so what do I do? So most people are like, you're just going to get more leads. No. So the person I'm working with, I'm not going to say exact revenue and stuff like that, but, the goal is to get them from where they are to $1 million a year in revenue by next year. So by 2025, right? If you're in that 300,000-ish range, then that means you're going to more than triple your business, right? So if I snap my fingers and you started getting triple the amount of leads, triple the amount of jobs and everything else and the quotes and everything else, what would happen to your business? And chances are it would fall apart. You get to a certain level and then you're basically held back for one reason or another. Typically it's because you're doing everything on your own. You're working too damn hard is what it comes down to, right? And so what I do is the same systems in place that we had with our previous fence company. That's what we showed the person that bought the fence company. This person had no fence experience. They've never owned their own business. They were in the corporate world. And they're not handy, right? So if this person can take what we did, take the systems that we used, and can run a business that's doing well over $1 million a year in revenue, that is able to go on vacation, legit, like all the time. He goes on vacation 10 times a year, not kidding. Now, not all of them are full week vacations, but I'd say at least half, if not more, are week vacations where the whole family's leaving and stuff like that. So long story short, what's happening right now in your business, more than likely, is one, you're not getting enough leads. A lot of people I talk to, you're getting like 5 leads a week. And some of them, most are probably referrals, right? That's number one. Number two is when you sell the job, you're selling it for less than you really should be. Because what's happening is you don't have enough leads. So you're discounting your pricing, thinking that's going to help you book more jobs. That's true to an extent, but at the end of the day, like you have to make enough money on every job, right? So the third thing is, like, once you sell that job, you're probably installing that job where you have employees that are helping you do it, right? And what's happening right now is you're working way too many hours and you are a huge liability to your business. So like I was telling the guy today is that, what happens if you get hurt? What happens if you're just physically not able to work? Like you're sick, you're in the hospital, whatever, for like, 2 weeks. You are the number one liability to your business, right? So that's the current life that you may be living, right? So what do? Number one is we get you from that 4 and 5 leads a week to 15 and 20. That's number one. Number two is we put the sales systems in place so that way, one, you're booking more jobs, but number two, you are selling at, I say a higher pricing, but people look at me like, oh, you're just overcharging the customer and stuff like that. No, you got to charge actual business if you want to have an actual business, right? So I'm going to say that I'm going to have you charge appropriate pricing. So what does that look like? Well, for a typical job, whatever you typically were making before, average about $500 extra per day, not per job, per day. All right. So now if you end up going the subcontractor route, which I highly suggest, is you will be making about the same amount per job that you typically do now. The only difference is that you won't be installing. Right now, you might be working 10 hours for a typical job. Well, we're going to get you down to like 2 hours, right? So you're going to work about 5 times less than you currently do, and you're going to be making about the same amount of profit that you do now. Sound good so far? So there's that. Number 3 is we're going to put the installation process system in place. So that way, if you have your own employees and they're actually really, really good, then we can put the system in place so that way they can actually just install without you being there. Now, if you don't have really, really good employees, then we're going to connect you with subcontractors. Now, the common complaints are, I was in the same boat. Like, I don't want to hire subs because they're going to steal my jobs. The customers aren't going to want them, and they're going to do shitty work, right? News for you, your employees do the same shit. They will steal your work. They will work on the weekends. It happens. They will do shitty work, and they're going to do stupid shit, and the homeowners aren't going to like them either. So, like, it's the same thing. So we got that. And then the final thing is we're going to work on ways to improve your business to help with the word of mouth, and then also start tweaking your numbers so that way we can get you to exactly what you want to do within your business. Because at the end of the day, your business, you're starting this business because you want more freedom. Well, you don't have more freedom because you're working 60 and 80 hours a week doing shit that you don't want to do anymore. Like I hear time and time again. Well, wouldn't you rather work either less hours or work the same amount of hours but actually enjoy what the hell you're doing? So that's what I do. If you're interested, let me know. You can reach out and go from there. Again, there's no charge. I will be starting. I have the one person. Their website is almost done. It should be actually done tomorrow. It actually looks really nice. So we're doing that. We're optimizing Google My Business. Like, they were asking, like, what are we doing? So lead generation. I won't go into all the details, but we do that. Someone else was saying, well, what happens if, we do this for more and more companies? Won't they kind of cannibalize each other? So like just say we get this up and running and by next year we have 40 companies that are doing this and that 40 companies are doing over $1 million a year in revenue. Will that take away jobs? Yes, for everyone else that's not involved, it will. So we're already seeing it. Companies, everyone's really slow. Fence company that we sold, their lead generation, everything else is not even close to what everyone else is doing. Now they do some paid ads and stuff like that, but honestly, a lot of it is from the work that we have done. So what we're looking to do is continue that process. And again, if you want an actual business, if you want a business where you are not working 80 hours a week, if you want a business where you're not killing yourself literally all day, every day, if you're not wanting to run a business that is literally going to destroy your body, you cannot charge what you're charging now, but you're scared to because you don't have enough leads. So again, long story short is we put the systems in place. What's happening, and like the shortest version possible, is we're going to put the systems in place as if you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on an existing business that already is profitable and running. That's what we do. So if you're interested, let me know. It's not going to be open for everyone. If I think that you're going to be a waste of my time, I am not going to do it with you because like I need people. It's not rocket science, but if I say, look, I need you to do this, like I need it done, right? Because again, I'm not charging anything for it, and basically my pay more or less comes from if I help you grow your business from here to here. Well, we're collecting the the fence sales from that description, right? But if you're the type that doesn't listen and doesn't do what people ask them to do, and you're lazy, well, if you go from here to here, it's not worth my time. Like just being point blank. So anyway, if you're interested, let me know. Have a good day and talk to you soon.